Greetings, this is Marsha Hines Lane signing on from the picturesque UWI St. Augustine campus here in Trinidad and Tobago as we continue election coverage 2015 here on Refocus in Barbados. Last night, the People's National Movement held a mass rally in Sangre, Grande, a name popularized across the world in Sparrow's song Mr. Benwood. The town is important to agriculture on the island. Serves as the major town for the eastern population of Trinidad. The constituency is Tobago Sangre Grande, and it is a marginal seat, one that analysts believe could be integral in determining the outcome of Monday's election. Keith Rowley, leader of the People's National Movement, began his address to party faithfuls after Comrade Ali Young appeared in support of the platform. The bombshell former Congress of the People founding member fully endorsed the PNM campaign and made a special request to undecided voters. Rowley appeared on stage just after 9 to a warm reception from faithfuls.
But tonight, as I look at the head table, I want to say to you that these people who have offered themselves to be the PNM candidates are the best that the country has put up in a long, long time. As I started this campaign, as I did before, I made a call to the young people of this country in whom we have invested tremendously to come forward and take responsibility for your country. Stuart Young came forward. Barat came forward. And while he may not be a youth, he came forward to Barry Lochan, Deputy Chairman of the Corporation in Sangre Grande. And of course, many others came forward. Coming out of 34 years of policing in Trinidad and Tobago, highly qualified, highly respected, a Tobago girl, a Sangre Grande girl, a Trinidad and Tobago girl, Glenda Jennings-Smith came forward. Our call has been answered. And when they came forward, they didn't just walk into a seat. They didn't just walk into a seat. They, along with all others, had to be subjected to the rigorous examination of the PNM. It's called the screening committee. Where you come and sit before a dozen of the party officers who examine you in detail to determine whether you are suitable for what you aspire to. Whether in fact you bring what is required to give the representation at the constituency level and in the parliament, because the job is one to represent the people. And whether you have what it takes, you have the mettle, you come highly recommended, and we examine you thoroughly. And at the end of that process, if you are selected to be a PNM candidate, you are halfway there, and you would have been found to be a person in whom the people of the constituency that you aspire to represent can place their trust.
As a part of his presentation, party leader Rowley compared his slate of candidates with that of the United National Congress.
It is because I have confidence in the young people in our country, why you see so many of them on the platform in the constituencies selected as representatives of the various people. And they come and they meet a blend of experience, and very soon they too will become experienced. And the people of this country will be better served. I heard Mrs. Kamala Bissessa saying, but you could find nothing useful to say that wasn't written down for her. That, contrary to what Rambachan is saying, she is now saying that the PNM has a green slate. I seem to recall that she had promised us green shoots for the economy. Well, those withered on the vine. We don't have a green slate. What we have is a well-balanced team of people, experience and youth. Many of them have come from other areas where they carried out serious responsibility, and they're now bringing that experience into government, and that will make for a better government.
Rowley put proposals before his faithfuls about what he would do to revitalize Sangre Grande.
Agriculture died, and Sangre Grande is dying with it. We have studied this country's potential in the last 3 years, and one of the things that we have come up with, which is something for us to do and not just talk, but specifically to do things to bring back Sangre Grande and the Eastern District into the national economy, was to appoint a Minister of Agriculture who knows where the resources are, how to use them, and what the potential is from Tobago all the way to Moruga to bring back the Eastern Seaboard into agriculture. That man is Clarence Rambert. It is our expectation that we'll identify specifically what can be done and where it can be done and how it should be done, and the government will take the lead, working hand in hand with the farming community. We have also said that there's nothing like access. Off to the east of us is the other part of the country, it's called Tobago. And every citizen in this country is separated from Tobago. From Trinidad and Tobago, we are separated by a ticket. You can't get a ticket on the plane or on the boat. So you want to go to Tobago or vice versa, no ticket, but every household has a car. We are saying that we will open up from Valencia to Tobago by building a brand new A-class road that you can drive comfortably and quickly from Valencia to Tobago, and we'll build a ferry pier in Tobago. So everybody in Trinidad, especially those of you on the eastern side, Tobago is open up to you and you're open up to Tobago. And as long as that road exists, that road will be the new artery that will allow economic lifeblood to flow back into the eastern country. And the road on the coastline which now exists will be a touristic route, and tourism along the east coast and the north coast will be an area that we can focus on. We talk about diversification, then we can diversify into real tourism, local and regional and international. And of course, we can produce in the agricultural sector in a way that we can begin to have the benefit of the rare resource you have out here, which is not people, but soil, good weather, and we have the entrepreneurship among our young people and our not so young people, and we can expand.
Many elements of the discussion felt like we were actually at a Barbadian political rally. If we took out the unemployment relief program and inserted the drainage workers or the NCC, the issues were the same. We had the hospital suppliers payment debate, as well as the blatant corruption in government.
Refused to accept that. She went ahead and she gave the entire $7.5 billion project to OAS of Brazil. The next thing we know, OAS is bankrupt in Brazil because they've been charged left, right and center for bribing half of Brazil. From government and captain to cook, OAS has been charged for bribery. So we have to assume that OAS only pays bribe in Brazil. So when they come to Trinidad and Tobago, they don't pay bribes. Bribes are only paid in Brazil to Brazil projects and Brazil contractors. We have to assume that. But the next thing we now know is that after 5 years of being on the job that was supposed to be finished within budget and within time, the disgraced OAS, to whom we have already paid $5 billion, is now pulling out of the project. And the government, as I speak to you now, is in the process, very far in the process, of inviting the same local contractors who she turned her back on in 2011, who she was told to give the contracts to. The government is now turning to them to complete the contract in sections and in pieces that the same OS can't finish. But the money done paid to OS. And new money has to be found to pay the local contractors to finish the road. That is what the story is. That's what the story is. But they want 5 more years. They want 5 more years of that. But that is history. Come Monday, we would have put an end to that. Come Monday, we would have put an end to that. government that has been so reckless in taking decisions, spending your money. Right now, we do not have the complete picture of the country's financial state. But what we do know is that the government of Trinidad and Tobago has made a number of trips into a number of banks trying to get money to fund the country's operations, and the banks are turning the government away. The government now is owing all kinds of monies, and you hear people saying that in some hospitals suppliers are owed X million, Y million and so on, and government spokespersons saying that is not so. The truth of the matter is that in many of our hospitals, basic medical services and equipment and products are not available because the government can't pay its bills.
Party leader Rowley used several opportunities to assure Trinidadians that he will keep an honest and frank discussion with them. He promised that he will continue the conversations he started, and he will raise the standards of both the cabinet and parliament of Trinidad and Tobago.
You need teleprompter, you need earpiece, and you need special questions. We don't take special questions. We are for real. When we come to talk to you, we want nothing contrived. We want nothing contrived. When you put a question to us, we must hear the question and we must give you an honest answer. And if we don't have one, we can tell you we'll check it out. We'll check it out and we'll get back to you. That is how I intend to run this government. Members of Parliament will not be allowed to lie in Parliament and lie to you, the people. I've told every single one of them, if something goes wrong, there usually is a reason. And let not that reason be something illegal. As long as the reason is not something illegal, you should not be afraid or ashamed to own up to it. We are all human and mistakes can be made. And when they're made, you have to identify the mistake and take responsibility for it. But if you try to lie to the Parliament or to lie to the people, you will be an ex-minister very soon. We have to change. When a minister of government speaks in this country, it must mean something. When a minister of government gives an assurance in the Parliament of this country, it must mean something. Because our Parliament must mean something in Trinidad and Tobago. So we said we are going to have a smaller cabinet. They all know as ministers coming in that that means a heavier workload. And we also said that we don't want any part-time parliamentarians, we want full-time parliamentarians because the workload requires full-time parliamentarians. A budget of $60 billion, how can you have people part-time coming in once a week or not coming at all? You have parliamentary committees day after day, month after month. You can't get a quorum because members of Parliament are busy moonlighting outside to make a living. I said that will stop. All members of Parliament who now are part-time should be full-time. And what that gives you, that will give you better oversight of your money. I insist that we are playing penny-wise and pound-foolish by maintaining this arrangement. If I didn't come and tell you all that they stole $60 million out of NEC account in 3 days, you all will never have known. Because the Parliament never discovered it. The Parliament never discovered that some messenger was sent from NEC to a bank and 3 drawdowns were made in that bank in US dollars. Over $60 million stolen in 3 days, and the government knew.
Thank you for joining us, and I hope you stay with us. Tonight we bring you coverage of a rally at the historic Oval in Port of Spain. The Calypsonians are coming out in support of their comrade Gypsy. There is a buzz across the campus. There is a buzz around the campaign as Trinidadians are anticipating their elections 2015 to be held on Monday. Stay tuned as Refocusing Barbados brings it to you.